Hello everyone, this is Brightside, and I'm introducing a new game that I have played the previous incarnations of, and I wanted to see what it looked like, and I figured I'd take you along with me and let you check it out for the first time too, if you haven't already. If anyone's familiar with it, it's called Torchlight Infinite. The franchise has Torchlight in the name. I do believe that there's one or two previous games. The first one was a very first-person Diablo-esque type game. It was actually considered to be a rival for Diablo 2 and for people who had gotten sick of the Diablo franchise. Um, it was fun. I liked the game back then. The current generation, it started mobile. I mean, nowadays almost all games do. Even Diablo went mobile, as you probably already heard. But I originally wasn't a fan of mobile games in general. But I've come to terms with the fact that mobile gaming is something that's going to stay. As technology for phones get better, the games will improve too. Until then, what does get ported over to PC from mobile games, some of them are worthy. So let's give this one a fair shake and see what we think of it. Let's see. Well, when you create your characters, you got, I think it's 5 or 6 different options. I skipped that phase. I should have recorded it, but I didn't. And I chose this guy who, he's seemingly a dwarf, but he's the hammer using dwarf type. He had a minion, some sort of golem type robot. And so I jumped onto it. I thought, hey, why not? And of course, as you can see, since it's a mobile first, then ported over, it's got that really smooth isometric design to it that has become popular with mobile games. Some of the things that I probably should mention is that when you're starting off, you have your traits. You lead with your mouse. As you can see, the buttons are actually labeled on the screen for the keyboard because I'm playing on PC version. Like I said, they have a mobile version, but I'm still PC through and through. I just don't like getting my fingers in the way while I'm trying to play. I mean, if it was only on mobile, I guess I would have no choice. But it's not. It's on Steam. You should check it out if you're interested. It plays like the other Torchlight games. They were more, in previous incarnations anyway, they were more item driven. It was kind of luck of the draw. If you killed the right boss, got the right drop at the right time, it really improved your character. In this one, it's not as item driven, at least not in the first stages. In this case, this character, if you notice, he's not really doing any of his own attacking. He's just summoning more minion. And they do time out. You have to keep them around by continually resummoning them as they die off or they time out. They last a little while though, and they seem to be pretty strong right out the gate. You can also level up the skills. There's a skill leveling system for the game. There's also a trait system for your heroes. I didn't really, look at it too much. I just went in, did a few things. Overall, the game seems to be really what I expected it to be, honestly. Torchlight, if you're a fan, you probably will like it. I didn't really pay too much attention to the storyline, but I can tell you from the first parts and listening to what they were saying that it is in fact the same concept, which is the darkness has overtaken you, and you have to use your spark of light to fight back against the darkness. Like I said, this is an introduction. I've played maybe 2 hours, and I didn't want to get too far into the game, because then that's no longer really a first impression, is it? As you can tell, you don't really have a lot of freedom early on. You follow a predestined path. I don't know if you noticed those spikes that were appearing as I was walking. It looks as though you can deviate in your path, but in these stages of the game, it's not really letting me. It's just kind of pushing me toward the random spawns that my minion are taking care of. It's not really too complicated at this stage. It looks like it could be in the future. The co-op features I'm hoping will be pretty good. It is an MMO. It does have lobbies of people, well, towns of people. I didn't see any when I was out here in this part, so it may be instance-based. That remains to be seen. The bosses aren't really too hard. This guy gave me some trouble, but my class particularly has a starting self-heal. It's got a long cooldown, but as you can see, I first try was able to put my minion on him and kind of sick them on him, and they did the work, and I watched from the distance. If you think this is not the best one in the franchise, comment, let me know. If you haven't played it, don't plan to, and you have a bias against it, let me know why. And if you think that any other top-down isometric games that are currently out there might be better off, might be a better choice for players to play, let me know and give me your reasoning, because, I mean, when it comes to these kind of games, the fact that I've played this franchise before kind of helps me. Also, I probably should tell you some of the stuff that they said about the game in general. Apparently it has 24 unique skill trees spanning over 180 plus skills. And of course, the heroes in Torchlight can be built and optimized as you choose by your playstyles. Apparently the dungeons and loot is randomized still yet. That's cool. But at the same time, like I said, it's not as item driven as it was before. Overall, I would probably rate it 7 out of 10 starting off. It apparently has about 5 hours of storyline in the game, and that's a decent amount for a mobile game specifically. So that's good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the game is free to play with cash shop pay items. It doesn't appear to be pay to win, but I didn't inspect it too well. If you like it, let me know. If you hate it, let me know too. Peace. Until next time.